can't stop the love we made.
Hi guys, it's ShishKebab1 coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. Yeah, today's video is a double header, I guess, double feature. I'm doing two today because we have to talk about the new tribals. Oh my gosh, this tribal cycle is going to be one for the history books, guys. It's a great one, I can already tell you. Why is it so great? Because all the tribes are pretty much useful. Maybe not they're useful to everyone, but they're useful all around. And I'm speaking, of course, for like max level players. Let's start it off. Let's start off with Spirit Dancer Tribe. Shock Bomb energy cost reduction minus 60%. This is the star of the show. This is what's changing everything. Tactics, whatever. You can just keep things under shock for a long, long time. It's fantastic. Headquarter health of the Ice Guard Tribe. This is the only one I haven't chosen to boost. I believe it gets up to 50% at max boost. Reason being is that I feel that it's not that useful for my HQ because I have no ice. But it's a super awesome tribal for people that do have ice, especially ice with shields. It's going to make them so much beefier, those shields, which is going to make for very challenging hits, even with the Shock Bomb energy cost reduction. Frost Banner Tribe, probably definitely the weakest one of them all. CMO 3 damage plus 50%. I went ahead and boosted it. I don't even have a CMO out yet. I just started building one now. They are available in the weapon lab. But the reason why I went with this is because when he takes shots at tanks and stuff like that, it's going to hurt even more. And people generally tend to use tanks on my base when they try to like not leave me any diamonds and intel, so this will help to kind of ensure that I get diamonds and intel off of every single attack. CMO, as you recall, guys, is my favorite prototype because I find that it does net me the most diamonds and intel of any prototype versus all the different troop combinations that come my way. Moving right along, Fire Spike Tribe, Grenadier damage plus 50%. Okay, this is also quite handy. Not as good as the Shock Bomb energy cost reduction, but this is definitely your co-star of the performance for this for this 2-week cycle. As well, noting that it is in fact a 2-week cycle, pretty much as opposed to a 15-day cycle, tells us that the Mega Crab will come at the end of the month on June 30th, I guess, and it'll be under a new set of tribals. So too bad we don't have that Power Stone chance moving into the Mega Crab. That would have been really cool. And to round it out at the bottom down here, or actually we didn't even get into Power Stone, did we? Ember Fury Tribe at the bottom down here has Rifleman health of plus 50%. This will be very good with our ZCM. I mean, for obvious reasons, right? So your rifles stay alive longer, which protect your Zookas, and they, you know, you can move on to kill more stuff because you have more DPS. And last but certainly not least, guys, the Lifewell Tribe, Power Stone chance, plus 50%. Pretty sure everybody's going to love this tribe, because who doesn't want Power Stones, you know? Everyone's got their reasons. So, overall, I really like how this tribal's going. Now, the important thing, the reason why I really want to make this video right at this moment, as opposed to waiting a day or two, is because I want to tell you what the implications of this tribal mean for TGM, in particular TGM 152, also known as Bullet's Best. It's awesome, guys. Name of the game is Gren Damage and Cycle Those Shocks. I plan to do a couple of live hits with that combination right now. I do, however, want to show you guys a replay that I have here. Now, this guy had either 3 or 4 ice boosted. I'm not quite sure. They're off hiding in the trees. Let's turn that down a little bit. I see 3 of them right now. It doesn't really matter. Let's just pay attention to the action, though, okay? I was unboosted. So we're working on the first Shock Blaster in the front of the HQ. I believe that is a Shock Blaster 3. Yes, it is. So using our BART jobs to get it down. Of course, we don't have the cheap artillery from the previous tribal, so we got to get used to how much these artilleries cost. But pay attention to the trickery that goes on here as we proceed to invade his island. All right. Everything's doing good. Standard drop, Bullet left, tanks everybody else off to the right. Bullet's got the attention of all those things we want him to have the attention of, and things are going great. Bullet's health's getting a little bit low, but of course, you know, guys, we like it that way. Here comes the first shock. In fact, we should probably count how many shocks come out in this fight. We shocked that shock preemptively just to give Bullet the freedom of movement and give us the ability to take the drink at any moment that we want. Shock number 2 comes out. Now we see that the shock blasters come out, so here is shock number 3, and this is also a very long shock. So that's 3 shocks that are up so far. Bullet's still moving around. We're paying attention to these boom cannons. We don't want them to hit our troops. That's shock number 4 for the boom cannons. Shock number 5 to get the shock blaster and shock launcher both together at the top of the HQ. Some distraction critters going down. Shock number 6 comes out to keep the boom cannons and shock under wraps. Shock number 7 comes out to keep the shock launcher and shock blaster under wraps, guys. See where this is going? Shock number 8. This time we had to get the boom cannons and the shock blaster because this tank that was down here to the south of the HQ was probably going to get popped by a boom cannon. We are letting the overthrow damage of the Grens do its work. That's what we're relying on. Shock number... Shit, I lost count. Is that 8? 9? Well, it's 8 or 9. I lost count. It goes out. I think that's the last one. And, yeah, at this point we just let Bullet kind of run around a little bit, and flare everybody back up. Oh, yeah, I remember this technique as well. Of course, smoke to protect the healers as we go back. And then we center everybody up because we want to get the overthrow damage of the Grens to take out the shield gem. Okay, that's the strategy here. So we're doing that. We're getting the overthrow damage out there. Everything's looking good. It's about to go down. I guess we can go in 2 times here. It's not so entertaining. Okay, it goes down, and now we're going to flare everybody up closer because Grens do more damage when they're closer to the target. Throw down a preventative heal just in case the rocket damage is a little bit too intense for our medics to keep up with, but it's no real problem, guys. And just like that, kaboom, this player went down to Pound Town. We will say he had 3 boosted dice. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Anyway, possibly a 4th hidden in the trees, I don't remember. With either 8 or 9 shocks being used. But that's the idea, okay? Cycle those shocks, guys. Now, there's one guy on my map, I was messing with him earlier and ran out of gold trying to do this attack on. We'll save him for last. But anyway, probably just use our ZCM. But for these first 2, we'll do the TGM 152, also known as Bullet's Best. Okay, this guy has a 0 level base, so there's no boost to any defense. So this should be a pretty much cakewalk. For something like this, we will just worry about barding out the Shock Blaster 3 in front, and we'll let Overthrow and Shocks just kind of juggle everything else in the back. It might also be wise to go ahead and take out the Shock Launcher since everything's so cheap, so we'll do that as well. Okay, let's do 2 barrage on the Shock Blaster, 1 on the Shock Launcher, 1 artillery on the Shock Launcher. Let's see where that Shock Blaster goes. It might fall. Yes, it does. Okay, everything's looking good. 67 GBE to start. Dropping Bullet, tanks, and everybody else. Okay, things are looking alright. Everyone's where you want them to be. Not really worried about any of those mines. The Grens should splash them all up. We are a little bit worried about that boom cannon, so we'll go ahead and give an artillery, maybe a second one. Boom cannon's down. Give Bullet a drink. He's getting a little bit low on health already. Grens just ate 3 mines on the right, but I think they'll be okay. Got a shock in hand in case that boom cannon decides to turn, but they are both looking at Bullet. Keeping an eye on the tank that's going out on the right flank. Giving Bullet a drink. Shocking the Shock Blaster. Shocking the cannon and boom cannon to the right of the HQ. Giving Bullet one more drink before that Shock Launcher hits him. Recycling the Shock and the Shock Blaster. Let's drop a couple of artillery into the boom cannon. And some critters for the cannon. Cannon's already down. Got a shock in hand to cycle it for the Shock Blaster. Cycling shock. Do we get both the shocks? Yes, we do. We should have been shocking like that the whole time. Those shocks are under our shock. I think you know where it's going, guys. Oh, yeah. Let Bullet take out the Shock Launcher, and then we will reposition the troops. Shock Launcher's down. Just flare everybody near the HQ. Put a smoke on the healers just because we can. We've got 67 GBE. Put some critters on the rocket and bat. Again, because we can. Let's see if we can take down the rocket before we take down the HQ. Since the Grens are in close, there's really no worry of their overthrow hitting those critters. The critters are too far away, and they're not even at the right angle. Here we go. Got a heal for the HQ, guys. And wait for it. Just like that, kaboom, Classique 80 goes down to Pound Town with the TGM 152 Shock Gren tribal meta, I guess we can call it that. Gren Shock. Yes, don't be afraid to use the shocks. They are cheap. The shocks are your friends. They will save you GBE in so many other ways. Okay, well that was easy. Let's get into this guy. He's going to be definitely a bit more tricky at 90-74. Again, guys, we're doing this unboosted. Now let's verify his stats. He's got 90 on the health, and 74 on the damage is correct. What do we see? We see Shock Blaster 3, Shock Blaster 3, and Shield Gen 3. This is a very, very spaced out base. It's actually not so good for Grens unless we approach it from the right angle, because if we're not careful, the overthrow will just get lost into nothingness, guys. I like this layout. It makes me think just a little bit. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is we'll drop in the lower right corner. Overthrow will get a lot of work done to this Shock Blaster. We'll cycle Shocks to get him down. We will spend GBE on this Shock Blaster to take him out. And we'll just kind of take it from there. We need to work our way around the shield gen and then back into the headquarters, which probably means this shock launcher should also be barded. But let's take a look at how our GBE is doing. And I don't like the layout of this. It's so spaced out, I would much prefer to use our ZCM. And with only 725,000 gold, probably the smarter idea, but we'll give this a shot. I still have Dr. T Stage 7 I can take down for some gold. Okay, so let's open up with 2 Barrage on this Shock Blaster 3. I'll go ahead and commit to taking out the Shock Launcher. 1 Barrage, 2 Artillery over here. Although that might have been a folly. 3 Artillery on that guy. And 4, okay. Well, let's just roll with this. I don't want to go too low on GBE. I hate starting below 40. This might be a little tricky. Here we go. I reserve the option to retreat at any time I deem necessary. Okay. We'll eat that first salvo. We'll put down some critters, although they're going to really get annihilated by the Grands. That was a bad critter placement, but I was going to say we'll use the critters for the second salvo. Now we'll shock. Let's throw some critters to get the attention of the next Shock Blaster. I think over here is a pretty good spot for it. Drink is still cheap. We'll take the drink right now between the shots of the Shock Blaster. We'll shock the Shock Blaster behind this one. Okay. Now we need to keep an eye on how everyone's getting spaced out. We don't want to lose sight of our Grens and boom cannons and stuff. Go ahead and cycle that shock up there. Probably just going to smoke these Grens. That one's going to die. Didn't smoke soon enough. Let's get that shock. Oh, that was a late shock. Okay, let's just leave everybody where they are for the moment. We do need to flare them out, though. Get that flare going. Drop an artillery on the Shock Blaster. Shock the boom cannon while everyone's moving over there. A little bit rough, but like I said, guys, this layout is very tricky for this type of troop combination. Okay, let's get enough for a drink, just saving up GBE. Taking that drink. I know we're going to get hit by that boom cannon a bit, but that's life. I can't do much about it right now. Bullet is not looking healthy at all, guys, and I'm running out of GBE. It looks like it's time to retreat and save gold. I think it is. Let's save that gold and run away. Okay. So, like I said, this base looks a lot better for RZCM. You really got to be selective about your bases. RZCM is still going to be your go-to choice in this meta and frankly every meta. The cool thing about TGM is that it does provide an alternative, one you can play with. Certain bases are better for it than others, especially when they have their structures more densely packed together. All right, that's a 200,000 gold mistake right there. We don't like to repeat those. Okay, I'll go back to the RZCM. We'll stick with Critter Swarm and all that good jazz. Remember, guys, RZCM is also benefited by this tribal because the Riflemen have 50% more HP. Now, approaching this from an RZCM mindset, we're basically thinking rockets are our enemy. And, yeah, they basically are. So, let's see. Let's part out these two in the front. We'll worry about this one in the back later. We'll drop on the back left. The mortar might be a little bit contentious at the start. We'll drop some critters, I guess, on the boom cannon, but they will get picked off pretty quickly by the rocket and the machine gun and this mortar. The critters won't last very long. Yeah, maybe we'll drop some critters in the shock mine, actually. It's got just about the same likelihood of surviving. Okay, but we'll get rid of the shock mine. Alright, let's jump into it, see how it goes, guys. I do need to work our way back to that shield and then over to the HQ. We're probably going to leave some defenses up. Alright, barrage, barrage. See how far that gets us. Drop a second barrage into this one up here. 1 and 2 artilleries for the rocket launcher down here. That does the trick. That one's down. You know what, guys? Let's go ahead and take care of this other rocket launcher right now. 1 barrage and 2 artillery. I hope that's enough. I hope it's enough. Yes, it is. Okay, beautiful. Now, yeah, the beach is kind of hot. And we don't really want to drop everyone stacked up with that mortar anyway. Okay, let's get the critters going out. Rifle, rifle, Sparky, everybody else. Critter Swarm. Okay. Well, we do survive the hit from the mortar because Rifleman health is you know, bonus. We got bonus health on the rifleman. Now we do need to start shocking these shock blasters a bit because they tingle, you know, they tingle. Okay, let's put this other shock under shock now. Just don't really have a lot of GBE to play with at the moment. Get a heal down to kind of help heal up these troops in front of the machine gun. Looks like that's taken care of pretty handily though, guys. Let's get this machine gun down up here. Make sure everyone else at the bottom's doing okay. They are. Okay, let's flare everybody back this way. Get some smokes down. Get some critters out. Trying to get everyone closer to the shield. We've got single point defense up now, so I know critters are going to be a very good deterrent. Whoops, we should have definitely taken that cannon down, but I reflared them back a little too soon. I'll just drop a box of critters on them as soon as I get a chance. Or the troops might take it out on their own. Okay. There we go. We just have a couple of shock launchers to worry about, but we still have cheap shocks. We'll use them once we kind of get a little closer to their range. I might be able to catch both of them with one really good shock, I think, maybe. Let's give it a shot. Or we catch neither. Okay, yeah, don't try to shock quite like that, guys. That's what you call a bad shock. Okay, things are looking great though. Just holding on to the shock until we need it. I'm going to try to catch the mortar. Go ahead and hit it now. Alright. Critter Swarm will be decent based on the position that Everspark is in. Let's shock all the splash around the HQ. One more shock on that splash around the HQ, guys, and that should do it. Yeah. See, a much better base for RZCM. Much better. Here we go. Kaboom! Just like that, Korean letter player, I guess, goes down to Pound Town with the Tribal RZCM 3311. Using those shocks and using that extra rifleman health. We love it, guys. Okay, so, well, you know, might as well take a crack back at this guy. He's just been giving me troubles. Take a look at him. He's a 101.74. Okay, but let's try it now in the new Tribal. Old Tribal is giving me troubles. I don't even know why, really. These mines are pretty good. He has some good mine placement. Let's verify those stats. 101 and 74. Right, so with this, you know, I know a perfect shock, I think, is actually able to catch these, but I'll never be able to throw those perfect shocks. What we do know is it's cheaper to GBE down the Shock Blaster 2. I can try to keep the Shock Blaster 3 under shocks. Another option we have for this base is to approach it from one of the sides, and then we will naturally be able to take out these shock launchers. Shock blasters, I mean. Problem is we got rockets in the back as well, which make things a little bit messy. Okay. So, and I don't really want to waste a whole ton of GBE getting to the back. We'll try frontal again. Just full on assault. We'll start actually in a corner though, and I'm almost wondering if I should. No, I really just need to waste GBE on the rockets. We can value shock this rocket and the shock blaster. Let's at least waste GBE on this rocket right here. Drop troops, see where that gets us. Okay, so let's go one barrage. And see how far that goes. About half. Let's go 2 barrage. Probably 1 more artillery. Yeah, and 1 artillery. Okay, let's just go with that. Let's drop critters. Johnson, Sparky, everybody else. Let's go. Critter Swarm. We will go ahead and get a shock on that rocket, shock blaster, and all that other jazz. Probably should put a heal down in front of this flamethrower that's doing some damage to our troops. Here comes all these horrible mines, guys. I'm going to put down a heal for these mines. Put some critters on the right flank. Need to cycle those shocks. What's a good shock placement? Right about here, maybe? Yep. We got the shock launcher. Let's watch out for these mines. Let's get the other shocks up top of the HQ. It looks like we missed the shock blaster behind it. More critters on these triple mines. We're getting way too close to those. Cycling shocks again. I didn't really need to shock that one in the front. Shocking the one in the back is far more important. There we go. Dropping a heal for our troops that are very close to that HQ. I don't have enough for a heal. We've got that rocket launcher damage to contend with, making this very tricky, guys. I didn't do anything for this rocket, and we've got both shock launchers still up. If I don't move, we're dead. Actually, we're just dead, period. Let's go ahead and flare back here. Let's smoke. We do not have enough troops. Let's retreat before it gets any worse. Okay, I'll give this one more go. That's really all I can do with the amount of gold that I have. Yeah, we kind of forgot about that rocket in the back and didn't do anything for it. And that shock blaster still giving us problems. We also missed a couple of shocks that were, well, we shouldn't be missing any shocks. So, things like that gave us issues. I do think we need to approach this base from a side, but it's awfully tricky because it doesn't give us much room. That also means Sparky Hack's probably going to be in order because we'll want to come out with a good hack. Okay, guys, select the hack. There we go. I told you this base has been giving me problems. Now, I haven't tried and boosted, so if I boost, I'll plow them down, okay? But unboosted, I should still be able to take it. It's just, his layout is really, it's vexing me. I guess we can go all the way back to this corner. We need to mark that rocket launcher and hack it. That should get the attention of the flamethrower. Hopefully the flamethrower doesn't melt any of my troops that go past it. If I put any gaps in the smokes, that would be bad. This mortar and shock launcher, all this stuff can also be attracted by a nice critter to the quarry, whatever. Troops are going to fan out this way, and they'll also fan out down this way. The troops that go down this way aren't going to really be beneficial to us, so we'll probably need to reflare at some point. We'll need to keep this rocket launcher distracted. This flamethrower doesn't really have coverage on these buildings back here, so critters on these buildings will be a good location to help distract this rocket launcher, as well as we'll have shocks, you know, but the key thing is going to be shocking these shock blasters and shock launchers and all that good stuff. Now, getting up there, it's also a little bit tricky, especially if I want to try to GBE this rocket down. We'll have to do one barrage and like 3 or 4 artillery. I think it's the cheapest way to go. And then we do have to spend 1 artillery to mark. It still might be cheaper to go 2 barrage, which means we'll just be so tight on GBE by the time we get there. It means that all of these things are going to hurt, which means we need to bring some heavies. It's the only way we can deal with these mines. Okay. Let's bring some heavies in. Oh, it's gonna work, guys. Anyway, it's my last attempt for this video because I don't want to make this video too stinking long. Okay. So we're gonna land right over in this area. Okay. All right, might hit the shock mine. We'll be sure to smoke in that general area. I am gonna BART this rocket launcher out because it will be messing with us and we'll have no way to deal with it later. Okay, which does mean that we don't have a hot drop, which is good. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Alright, I think we still stuck with the 2 barrage idea. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll go down. Yes, we did. Okay, beautiful. We need to mark the rocket launcher. And that's it. I don't want to waste any more GBE than I have to. Okay. Let's get the ladies out. Wait till the ladies finish unloading to drop the queen, if you will, Sparky. Now start dropping everybody else. Okay, they're about where we need them. Let's flare them way down here. Okay, now that's where it gets a little squirrely. I don't exactly know which way they're going to walk. Okay, looks like we kind of see their pathing now. 4x4. Okay, they duck under it. Let's go smoke, smoke. One more flare just to ensure everybody gets there. Hopefully they don't fan out too much. Hacking. Crittering on that quarry. And the flamethrowers started to look at our troops a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see, the shock launcher and shock blaster. Well, we missed the shock blaster. Put some critters to distract the other rocket in the back there. Let's get a shock for that shock blaster. Let's get a shock for the shock launcher. Maybe we can catch the other shock blaster. Yes, we did. Where's any good thing? Let's hack right now. We'll get that machine gun. Actually, it's going to be a good hack for us. Okay. Shocking the shock blaster in the back. Let's shock the rocket as well. He's doing some work on us right now that we don't want. Reflare might be in order, but I do like that we're fanned out. Shock the shock blaster and machine gun and stuff back there. Put some more critters up top. Keep that rocket busy. Where is Sparky? Hack the rocket, Sparky. Hack, 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 hack. Okay, we hacked the rocket. I think we're doing good. One more shock will be coming up soon. Let's shock the shock blaster. We missed it, but it's going to go down anyway. Yeah, we finally got it, guys. Okay. Good for us. A little sloppy, but we got it, okay? We got it unboosted. It's definitely going down. Everything's way too spread out. The defenses don't know who to attack. Wait for it. Kaboom! Just like that. That player went down to Pound Town. He definitely got some diamonds and intel from us, but we got it in the end with Smokey, RZCM, and the Universal Remote, guys. So that was the combination to this base. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys are looking forward to being in this tribal. I think it's a really fun tribal. I forgot to check to see if you had the the health boost on the HQ, but remember to check that out when you're scoping out these bases, because they are extra hard. Those shields are much harder to get through, and you're probably much better off going after the shield gen if that's the case. But that being said, guys, please let me know in the comments what you think about this tribal and you know, how everything's going. So with that, we'll wrap it up. Hope you have a super fantastic, awesome day, and as always, guys, remember, be kind to others, because if you're not, you're just being mean, and mean people suck. Have a great day.